What is going on, everyone? Mitesh here, and guys, today is an exciting day because today I have with me the Pixel 6a. Now, this phone is available right now for pre-order. We've been waiting on this phone to come out for a long time because this was announced back in May at Google I/O, and of course there have been rumors about this phone long before that, but it's finally available for pre-order. It will be arriving to you next week if you order it now. So today I've got my hands on it courtesy of Team Pixel. They did send this out to me for videos like this, so just so you guys are aware, they send this out to me. There's no expected things from me, like they send this phone out to me, I get to make whatever videos I want with it, and that's it. There's no money that exchanges hands or anything like that. I just get a device to play with and show you guys what it's all about. And of course, I have always been a fan of the A series of phones, so I'm very excited to check this one out because, let's face it, the 6 Pro changed a lot about what a Pixel phone is, and the 6a changes a lot about what a Pixel A series phone is. So let's get into it. All right, so as you guys can see, I have with me the sage green color of the Pixel 6a. Now, this is actually my favorite color. I do love this green. I wish the nice colors were available for the 6 Pro. This sunshine colorway is nice, but it is basically just a gold colorway with a little bit more of an accent color. But yeah, this one, the sage green, I am a big fan of. And of course, like with all other 6a phones, this is just 128 gigabytes of storage and has 6 gigabytes of RAM. And then this, the 6a in particular only supports sub-6 5G. So those are just the things that they have it back here. Let's go ahead and open this up and we'll take a look at the device itself. Of course, with Google phones, you don't need a knife because they have these nice little pull tabs. And look at this. First look at this phone, and oh, I really, really like this color. Let me go ahead and pull the phone out. Now, if you can tell, the phone box is tiny, and that tells you that you're not going to get much with this phone. So you are going to get a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. You're gonna still get this adapter, the USB-C to USB-A adapter. What this is most typically used for at the beginning of the phone life cycle is for you to transfer stuff. So if you have another phone that has a cable like a USB-A to USB-C or USB-A to Lightning, I guess that's really the only use case is if you have a phone, if you have an iPhone and you only have a USB-A to Lightning cable, then is the only time you can use this. Now, I use them just as dongles for any time I don't have a USB-A port around. Now, this is interesting. Now, the big deal about the 6a phone this year is the fact that it has the Google Tensor chip. So that this phone, this mid-range phone, has the exact same processor as this much, much more expensive 6 Pro. So it's funny that they actually did a little branding on this little box, which has the SIM removal tool, and of course, the little bit of paperwork. The paperwork seems to get smaller and smaller each year, it seems like. This is kind of awesome. If they could just go ahead and throw this away, that'd be fine with me. But yeah, that is like the smallest paperwork I think I've ever seen, really. But I like the fact that they did the Pixel Tensor branding because they know that's the important thing that you're getting out of this. Now, let's go ahead and peel this paper sticker off of here. Oh, that's a nice peel. And yeah, ooh, I like this a lot. Let's go ahead and power it on. Okay, it's taking a few seconds to power on. That's weird. Does this thing have no battery? Oh, I'm hoping it has some battery. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's turning on. Now, let's go over some of the specs for this phone. So, of course, again, both of these phones are powered by the exact same processor. Now, this is a big change for the A-series phones. Typically, they have a mid-range processor. So the fact that you're getting a flagship level processor is a big deal here. Because it's $900 starting for this phone. It is literally half the price for this phone starting. $450 will get you this Pixel 6a phone. And you will have the exact same performance. Now, again, this will have actually exactly half the RAM as this phone, so you are leaving a little bit of performance on the table there, of course, with the RAM not being quite as fast or as much. But honestly, in day-to-day use, I don't think you'll notice too much with the RAM. But yeah, here it is. The Pixel phone is started. It starts off with that dark theme. I like that. I like that a lot because, let's face it, dark theme is the best. One thing I really like about this screen, one is the size. Like you can see from here, the Pixel 6 Pro is just a massive phone. Like it really is a very, very large phone. This phone, on the other hand, is a nice phone. Like this is not compared to like the old A-series phones where you can get a small phone. Like the Pixel 4a, which I actually just powered on. I should have brought that down here, but that phone was tiny. This phone is not tiny by any means, but it is a good size phone. Like it fits very nicely in the hand for me. The one big complaint that I have about this phone is just literally the size. The other big complaint that I have is, if you notice here, the screens on this one is curved. You can see it just falls off over the edge right here. This screen is a flat screen, and I greatly prefer the flat screen on here to the curved screen on here. Now, the curved screen on the Pixel 6 Pro is not actually that bad in terms of the fact that it doesn't actually pick up like phantom touches when I'm just like grabbing the phone randomly. Does not, I never have mispresses because of the curved screen. But things like, if you notice here, can you see the glare off of here? Like when you're watching videos and stuff, you always have like a little bit of a glare on the top and bottom, or if you're watching a landscape. But yeah, that's always something that's bothered me, and I'd rather just have a flat screen. Another benefit of the flat screen, if you were going to put a screen protector on, the flat screen makes it much, much easier to apply. So, big fan of that. The one thing that I'm a little worried about with the Pixel 6a. So before this year's A series phone, before the Pixel 6a, the A series phone typically, the Pixel 3a, the 4a, the 5a, they always had the exact same cameras as the flagship Pixel phones. This year is different. So with the 6 and 6 Pro, they've completely overhauled the main cameras on this phone. Right now you have a 50 megapixel main camera for this phone. Now it is binned down to 12 megapixels, so that's the kind of photos you get out of it, but it is a brand new sensor that takes in way more light than the sensor on here. The sensor on here is the exact same sensor you are getting from the Pixel 5a. So the regular camera and the ultra wide should be the exact same for this phone as the 5a. Now you may get a little bit more processing, different processing based on the fact that this has the Google Tensor processor, and they can do a little bit more thanks to the pipelines that are built into that processor. But overall, this should perform the same as the 5a, which is to say it should be a good camera, but it's not going to be the best camera that you can get. So that's something to know. Like before, Pixel phones always offered you the best camera at an amazing price. Nowadays, you're getting a slightly worse camera, still a great camera, but now you're getting a flagship level processor for that price. Oops, I almost dropped that. So yeah, that is one of the trade-offs that you are making this year with the A series phones. You're not getting the same cameras. You are getting the same performance, you're just not getting the same cameras. Now let me go ahead and get all this stuff out of the way. So yeah, that is a quick little unboxing for this phone. I will be doing things like camera comparisons, especially between this phone and the Pixel 5a. I'm really curious because they made a big deal about how they can now put their HDRnet algorithm onto video processing for the Pixel 6 Pro. And since they have the exact same processor, I imagine that feature is also going to be available on the Pixel 6a. So how does the video compare for the 6a to the 5a? We'll be finding out very soon, because I do have the 5a around. I gave it to one of my nieces, but I can probably borrow it back. Let's see about it. But yeah, I am very excited to check out this phone more in details. I'll have the setup and we'll give you guys my first impression. But right now, I think this is an awesome phone, and I'm just excited to check it out. But yeah, with that, that's pretty much it for this video. Like this if you liked it, subscribe if you guys loved it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.